Hi, Spike. You're here in Cannes this year.
Here, back here in Cannes once again.
What do you think so far? What do you think of the
Well, I've
experience?
been coming since 1986. She's gonna have it.
What about for the advertising festival?
Second time,
Second
This is
time.
always good to be here, no matter what the venue. Whatever the project is.
What do you get
Or the
out of it?
occasion. Well, first of all, it's one of the most viewed places in the world, and whether it's the film festival or the advertising festival, is a great the mingle and the meet. Very and many other creative people.
Well, tell me, you're here to talk about UCG. What do you think user-generated content can do that an agency-driven idea cannot?
Well, I've just never been of the school of thought that only agencies can give you great ideas. And seeing and judging the stuff here today, has even more cemented that my thinking about that. And I know that might be heresy, to say that. I have my own agency, Spike DDB, but talent is talent, and you really can't dictate, where it comes from.
Tell me why the Japanese film won the Nokia project.
The Nokia, I think that is very emotional. I love the creativity and the storytelling, and it's also very simple. And a lot of times, and simple can be best, especially when you're trying to tell a story. And how long was Nokia spot?
90 seconds, I think.
90 seconds. It's hard to really do something very complex in that time, especially for young people who don't have the experience in doing these things.
Tell me, how will you judge the MoFilm competition? Give me a sense of
Say that again?
the MoFilm competition. Give me a sense of what you will look for.
Well, I was looking for originality, creativity. I was looking for unique vision, and that is how I look, not just more film. That's how I look at everything, really, whether it's a novel or TV show or film or athlete.
You've worked in a lot of different sides of advertising, like you
Right.
mentioned. You have your own agency,
Mhm.
you've been a director, you've been talent. What do you like the most about working on advertising and communications projects, and what do you like the least?
Well, I like to answer that question by first saying that it's a complete accident. I'm even doing advertising. It all happened because of the character I played, Mars Blackman, and She's Gonna Happen, and Jim Riswold and Bill Davenport, who at that time worked for Wyden Kennedy, which is Nike's agency. They got that deal to put this character, Mars Blackman, together with Michael Jordan. So the whole thing was an accident. It was not planned. It was not dreamed about. Nothing like that. It was a fluke. And for me, it's all about storytelling. So whether I'm a filmmaker, so whether it's a commercial, whether it's a Nike spot, featuring documentary like When the Levees Broke, or Inside Man, which is a narrative film, or a music video, it's still, for me, the link between all those things I just mentioned is the storytelling. So that's why when people ask me, do you have to go to some type of great transition and change hats, going, jumping back and forth? No, because it's still storytelling, despite the medium, for me.
Since you have been involved in the advertising and film world over several decades now, how have you seen You know, diversity is a big issue in the advertising
Right.
community.
That
The agencies are
definitely has.
finally doing something about
Well,
it, but
here's the thing. I think that corporate America and the people who are running things, they really need to look at the makeup of their employees. And then they should read the latest United States Census. Because if your workforce does not represent the population of the United States of America, you're going to be at a disadvantage. And there's going to be somebody much smarter than you who's going to understand this and work at their advantage, and you're going to be hurting. So forget about I would say forget about the fact that it might be the right thing to do. Just look at it as a business sense.
mm-hmm.
Because your consumer, you're not going to know who your consumer is. And I think, don't quote me to this, but I think that it's 2030, that date they said that white Americans will be a minority.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people, the big boys, have gotten that fact yet. In 2030, or thereabouts, white Americans will be minority in the Unidos Estados. So, the quote from many of my films, these two words: wake up.
I think we're gonna